Yo, wagwan. Tis your boy, Jadon Legendary. Yes, I know, surprising. Saints Row 3. When's the last time I recorded a Saints Row 3 video? Shoot. I don't know. I don't even, actually, I don't think I've ever recorded a Saints Row 3 video on this channel. But the reason why we are now is because we got the collection, episode 7. Okay? One thing you can collect a whole lot of in this game is cars, trucks, and you know your boy got them all because I'm all about the cars and trucks. But the garage here is the vehicles here is a little different. So normally in GTA, you know, I only really rock with the classics. But in this game, since there's so much less vehicles, you'll notice that I have a lot of modern vehicles too. Because there's so much little vehicles, you kind of tend to just gravitate toward everything. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, that like button, that notification bell. Share with your people, join the Legendary Clan, support the channel, become legendary. It's been a long time since we recorded a collection video. I'm actually going to be doing 2 today, so I'm going to be doing Fallout and this one right here. And I'm probably just going to play something and see if it's record worthy. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? Let's get into it. Starting off with vehicular number 1. Okay, I'm going to be showing all vehicles. Pretty much like I did in GTA where I showed all the vehicles whether I liked it or not, you know what I'm saying? So for this one, since there's so much less vehicles, I'm gonna do it. And we got a tank, you know what I'm saying? It's the Saints Crusader. You already know about this one. I will be pulling the vehicles out, just not the non-customs, because you already know what these look like. They're non-custom. More than likely, if you play Saints Row 3, you got these. Okay, big beautiful freaking tank, man. I mean, what else is there to say? It's gold and purple. It's a great mix. Gold and purple reminds you of freaking Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? We got the Enforcer. Okay. Now you might notice something slightly different about my Enforcer, and that is because there is indeed something different about my Enforcer. It is ever so slightly custom, and I do mean ever so slightly because there's only so much you can do to certain vehicles like this. Okay, it's got black wheels. That's it. Next up, we got the Bloody Cannoness. Okay, as you can see, you know what I'm saying, your boy got skills. Now you're probably wondering, how in the world do you have that colored? Glitches. Alright, glitches. Y'all know me, man. I'm the glitch master. Don't matter what the fuck game it is. You better believe I'm gonna have the ability to make something crazy. That's exactly what I did. I made the bike all black, the red accents, you know what I'm saying? I know the outfit is a little distracting, but you gotta understand, I ain't been on in a hot minute, and this is what she was wearing, and I didn't feel like changing her clothes. You know what I'm saying? Last time I was on this character, I was doing a playthrough for my playthrough channel. So, one of the episodes, that's what she was wearing apparently. That's the last time I've been on her. Next up, we got the freaking Nightblade. As you can see, this ain't the normal Nightblade. Okay, so for those who do not know, this car is normally red. It's not customizable. But I got skills. So of course, mine is customizable. Kinda, sorta. He said, come back and hit me. Don't be careful what you ask for, sir. I will gladly run you over. You know what I'm saying? All black, matte black. With the freaking, the 26s. Those are 26s specifically. They go up to 27, but that rim size is kind of dumb because it's oddball. So I'm like, let me put 26s on the Dodge Charger. You know what I'm saying? This is indeed based on the Charger. As you can see, it's got the photos. The slant back. You go up to the front. It's got the what's name on the side. You know what I'm saying? And look at the front. So this game came out in 2010. So this is based off like the 2006 to 2010 Dodge Charger. It's funny too because it took me years to realize that this is a Dodge Charger. It's a Dodge Charger though. Next up, we got this joint. Now I know I said I wasn't going to roll out with the DLC vehicles, but because some of them are custom, I will. But because I absolutely hate this thing and thinks it looks stupid, although it is good fun when you can sit there launching people or launch yourself. It does look dumb. However, it is customized, so we gotta pull it out. You know what I'm saying? Now, you're probably wondering, how the frick does this goofy looking vehicle work? As you see, we just freaking sucked someone up. And then you, oh shoot, I threw a grenade on accident. There we go, boom. And you go freaking launch people. Look at this old lady right here. Come here. Get inside. And then, oh, she died. Oh, she didn't die. Come here. There we go. The copper at? Who's trying to arrest me? Where you at, sir? Right, I'm gonna shoot it at. I'm gonna shoot it at. What the fuck? This man is shooting through a whole semi-truck. Anyways, you know what I'm saying? It is custom. Okay, gotta be careful because if I walk in front, I'll get stuck inside there. Although I could just shoot myself out. Actually, shoot, we may as well, right? So as you can see, this thing is normally like freaking pink and green and all kinds of other hideous colors that shouldn't be together. But I made it black and white and blue because those are 3 colors that could easily be together. Can you even do that to you? Okay, there you go. I'm pretty sure you can. And then, how the frick do I shoot myself? That didn't sound right. Okay, I don't remember how to use this thing. Oh shoot, hold on. It's been a long time, alright? Forgive me. I thought it was still the left button. I guess not. He said I'm loading now. Alright, I forgot to do it, folks. I forgot. It's been a long time, alright? It's been a long time. Next up, we got one of my favorite vehicles in the game, the Hammerhead, based on an old school AMC Pacer. No, not a Pacer. What the fuck? AMC Javelin. Or is this the AMX? No, this is the Javelin. Yeah. Okay, so we got it in that, whatever the fuck you call that color, is real nice, like a stone gray. Gold trim. You will notice throughout this video that I have a bit too much of a thing for the gold plating. Which is crazy. I don't even really like gold that much, but they made the gold look so good in the remastered version that I couldn't help it. I was just putting it on all my vehicles. As we're back in the day, I used to put copper on all my vehicles because copper is my favorite shiny metal. You know what I'm saying? But the gold, they did so dang good with the gold in this remaster. I couldn't stop putting it on my whips, man. So you will be seeing gold a lot. It is that cheesy gold too, that cheesy gold. You know what I'm saying? Like when somebody say, "Yo, I'm about to put some cheese wheels on the Impala." What they're saying is they about to put some freaking 24 karat Daytons on their joint, some 24 karat rims. That's what they did with the gold in this game. It's pretty as fuck. So I'm like, shoot, it's on a lot of my vehicles. I ain't even gonna lie. Old school Javelin, man. I don't think this is a Javelin. I think this is an AMX. I don't remember. It's been a long time. It is an AMC. It's definitely an AMC. That's a vehicle, not the channel station. Although if you're watching this, more than likely you know what I'm talking about. Next up, we got the Torch. I ain't gonna lie, I have not seen this thing in a very long time. That spoiler needs to come off. Other than that, it's pretty good looking. Bright candy red, or not really a candy red, but a real nice bright red. Right? On 24s. Okay. Get the fuck out the way, officer. Piece of fucking garbage, you just ruined my video. Get lost, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck this car is based on. Maybe like a old school Aston Martin. Maybe not, well, not old school, but like a retro Aston Martin. You know what I'm saying? It's a fair looking car. I just absolutely need to take that spoiler off. That spoiler is not popping. You know, that gotta go. Other than that, you know what I'm saying? The Aston Martin on the 24s, he just blasted my dang window out. The good thing this character's high level, because if she wasn't, she would actually be taking damage right now. This is a really bad spot to do this. It's just too dang chaotic over here. I kind of forgot. Next up, we got the first bike, the Kenshin. This was one of my favorite bikes in this game, even though I didn't use them very often because two-wheeled vehicles in this game fucking suck. But they brought this back for reboot, and it's literally the only vehicle I drive around when I'm trying to get somewhere fast. Like when I'm doing any video that's based on new stuff, or like on my playthrough channel, the vehicle I'm using to get around is this. Okay, mine's is black, red, and orange on Reboot. I will be doing a collection episode for Reboot because I got a lot of nice whips there. I'm sure people would love to see those as well. You know what I'm saying? I might pull that truck back out so I could get rid of this dang effect that's all over the place. Let me back up because these fools keep being in the dang way. Alright, boom. Like I said, copper is my... Oh, there we go. Copper is my favorite shiny metal. Okay? There was a point of time, Forza Horizon 2, where I was putting copper on every freaking thing. Forza Horizon 2 and Forza Motorsports. One of them Motorsport. I think Motorsport 7. I was just slapping copper on every dang thing, and then I did the pink to give it that rose gold vibe with the white. Perfect. Triple color scheme. Really, dude? I come back here because there's too many people up there, and you go, how the fuck do you even get that far? What the fuck is going on? This wasn't happening until I started recording. Now these fools is crashing. There was police shooting people. Like, what the fuck going on? But there you go, folks. Mighty fine freaking bike right there. The copper, the pink, the white, the triple color scheme that ties into each other. Real nice. And I love how they fill in the lights as well. Same. Real clean. Next up, we got 3 gang vehicles. This is Morningstar, so everything will be white, gold, and red with that star on top, except for the one car, because I took the roof off, which I might put it back on so I can have the star back on top. These joints right here, I went for the white, red, and gold. The red is normal on it. You can't remove the red because it's a gang vehicle, and it's supposed to be there. But then it's got the red star on top. Also, you can't hear the game because of all that's going on right now. It's just way too dang loud. So I got the game audio all the way down. I don't know what the fuck is going on. This was not happening until I hit the record button. They driving crazy as fuck out here. People getting shot. They crashing in the crap. But boom. Got the red interior with the gold accents on the inside. The gold accents on the outside. The gold and white rims. The main white paint job with the red on the side. You go somewhere, sir? Please? I'm in the middle of something. Star on top. See? Crap is just blown up. Y'all ears would have got blown out just now like mine did. Hurt. So, loud. You know what I'm saying? These are the gang vehicles. These are not normally customizable, but you know, your boy got his ways. And then of course we got the little afro lady on top. You feel me? I need you to get on, dude. I'm about to kill you, son. Alright, let's get the next. Alright, next vehicle. I had to switch locations. That crap was getting annoying as fuck. It's like, I can't even record because it's just cars blowing up, people getting shot. They running into my vehicles and crap. I'm like, okay. We up at Angel's joint now. You know what I'm saying? Much cleaner. Won't no NPCs come the fuck back here. And we still have that great and lovely sunset lighting. And boom. This is the other gang vehicle. Now, like I said, I took the roof off of it. So, it doesn't have the star on top like the other ones did. Now, some people might be confused if you've seen many of my vehicle garages from GTA and whatnot and vehicles I drive on most games. You probably look at these and be like, you know, a lot of these cars seem kind of modern. Don't seem like cars you would normally like. And that's because you would be right. They're not cars that I would normally like. But because Saints Row has so much less vehicles than GTA, you tend to just gravitate toward whatever looks nice in game versus whatever looks nice in real life. You know what I'm saying? GTA has so many freaking vehicles that Rockstar was able to remove 200 something cars from the in-game websites, and still when you go to the in-game websites, there's still a fair amount of cars to be seen. As where in this game, I literally have almost every single one of them, and maybe doubles of others. You know what I'm saying? So, there's a lot less vehicles in this game. So you tend to just gravitate toward whatever is in the game and looks nice. Now this car right here is perfectly fine. This is like your late 90s, early 2000s Rolls Royce. I like those a lot. But like the last car, the more modern style Bentley, not the biggest fan of in real life, however, but because it's one of the few luxury cars in game, you gravitate toward it. Whether you like it that much or not. You'll see as we go down the line. I got some other vehicles that's like, what the fuck? But you know, it's all you have in this game, so you kind of just tend to lean toward it. Oh, I forgot we had a garage now. I gotta actually go in myself. But yeah, so you'll see some pretty oddball vehicles, but they look nice in the game, so that's why you got them. Next up, we got the Morningstar. Oh yeah, that's their name, the Morningstar. So the Morningstar is the gang that wears the red and black. For those who've never played Saints Row before, that is those folks right there. They'll pop up on the screen. Next, we got the Morningstar Criminal. Basically a half Escalade, half Avalanche, but super beefy. This thing is way bigger in game than it is in real life, as you can see by its third window. That's because these vehicles are used to hold the big guys. Okay. Now, most people who are seeing this video probably already play Saints Row, so you know what I'm talking about. But for the few who may not, you know what I'm saying? This right here These hold the big guys. They pull up. They be in the back of the trunk. They hop out. This is the only truck beefy enough to handle the big guy. Probably like freaking 1,000 pounds of muscle. You know what I'm saying? Of course, what is a donk Escalade without 30-inch? Oh shoot, that was way louder than it was supposed to be. You weren't supposed to be able to hear me scoop my entire seat up, but you did. What better on a dang Escalade than 30-inch plate wheels, you feel me? That's what you do when you're making a donk on an early year Escalade or Avalanche. Mostly Escalades because they're way better. Why does it say, I just realized, why does it say Scorpion all over it? This truck is called the Criminal, but yet on the front and back it says Scorpion. Maybe that's the brand? Scorpion Criminal. That is a terrible name. Y'all could have did a lot better than that. Boom, there you go, you know what I'm saying? This one's a bit more on the gaudy side in comparison to the other ones. I forgot to jump. There we go. Alright. Okay. More on the gaudy side, so it's... It could be better, but I mean, it's the gang vehicle. Can't really... Oh, wait, I keep forgetting. You can't change it that much, so I'm like, let me make it just ridiculous. Which is most of my vehicles in this game. Oh. Next up, we got the Deckers Solar in an absolutely gorgeous deep blue copper trim with black. Holy, that blue is like the deep ocean water, boy. You know what I'm saying? Look at that blue. Now this right here, like I was saying earlier, would I ever get something like this on GTA? Absolutely not. Why do I have it on this game? Because it's one of the few tuner cars in this game. So I'm like, you know what? Plus they give you these once you defeat each gang. You're given them. So once you defeat each leader, I'm not gonna spoil too much, but once you defeat each leader, you get these vehicles. That's all I'm gonna say. So you kind of get it for free. I'm like, you know what? I gotta make it look nice. I gotta make it look nice. You know what I mean? And boom, here it is. The Solar. I have no clue what this is in real life. I mean, it's not an ugly car, but it's far from something that I would, ever be interested in. Next up, we got the Kayak. Same thing, you know what I'm saying? It's the Deckers Kayak. Now, this is one of those vehicles I would never gravitate to, even in this game. But, like I said earlier, you're given 3 free vehicles from each gang when you defeat them. So, it's there. Why not make it look pretty? However, I've never actually got one myself. So, for those who do not know, this is the remastered version of Saints Row 3. Saints Row 3 has existed since 2011. Not once have I ever found this dang Ford Flex on the street and put it in my garage. You know what I'm saying? It's an ugly freaking truck. I gotta keep it, or wagon, whatever you want to call this dang thing. It's ugly. But we got it for free, so I'm like, may as well make it look like the rest of the vehicles. And there you go. Copper trim, deep blue with black. It's a freaking gorgeous mix. I might have to do that on Forza. For real, that is nice. And then lastly, we got the Deckers Criminal. Way less gaudy, much better looking due to its darker colors. You know what I'm saying? The copper. Copper is just, to me, the prettiest. Like I said, it's the prettiest metal. It's just so perfect, man. Maybe not the prettiest metal, because I haven't seen every single metal, but as far as all the metals I know, it's the prettiest. You know what I'm saying? There's just something about it that's so perfect. You ever get a perfectly clean penny, and you just can't stop looking at that freaking perfectly clean penny? That's what copper is. It's that perfect penny that you can't stop looking at. Especially like when you were a kid, you got a dumb clean penny, you just couldn't stop staring at it. And you would focus on it with one eye while holding it far away from your face, just to really get a good look at it. I never did that. Just me. Dude, I guess I just really love copper that much, because I really did do that. That's not a joke. I really did do that. That's how much copper has been my favorite metal since I was a kid, son. And I would find them ultra clean pennies, and I would keep them in their own stash. So I would always collect monies I would find, But when it was an ultra clean penny, it would go with the other ultra clean pennies, which were usually your newest pennies. I don't do that now, but I used to. Now I just marvel at copper itself. Like I need to buy a copper bar or a copper ball, something copper, and just have it. You know? Next up, we got the Temptress in a beautiful, beautiful orange. On some chrome. Keep it somewhat simple. Not too much popping, not too much going on. Simple, clean. Now, y'all know me, I'm not much for supercars. But this is one of the few supercars in this game, so if you don't get it, you'll be missing out on a lot. Now, this thing is kind of like the mix of a Lambo, a Lambo Urus, many other kind of Lambos, maybe a McLaren or two in there. I don't know. It ain't the best body shape in the world, but it is one of the few supercars in the game. For those who don't know, orange is my third favorite color, so you know I had to do the bright, vivid orange. Okay, blue is number 1, red is number 2, orange is number 3. Orange on the interior too. A really weird pale orange. For some reason, all seatings in this game start off the same color. Most, and then when you try to change them, they don't change that well. But it's all good, you know. It's all good. Next up, we got the Phoenix. To me, the Phoenix gives off modern day Trans Am vibes. Like if Pontiac didn't die off, and they made a modern day Trans Am, this is how it would look. That rear is definitely some loud freaking motorcycle, man. That rear is definitely some kind of Jaguar. Maybe an Aston Martin V8 Vantage. But boom. If they made a modern day Trans Am, this would be it. That's why I had to put the yellow on the front to give it that old school 1973 Trans Am look. The 455 Super Duty. The tan interior. I love tan interior. One of my favorite interior colors. Whenever I'm looking at a car, I always see, is there tan? Unless it's old school, like an old school Cadillac where they might have blue or red or brown, which is pretty as... Oh, you ever see brown suede interior? Oh my goodness. So 1980s, so pretty. Brown, not brown, brown suede interior, red suede interior, or blue suede interior. Red leather interior, white leather interior, or tan leather interior. The best. The best. But yeah, this thing right here, had to put it on the semi-IROX. Not 100% IROX, kinda IROX. Because they got two pairs. They got these ones, and then they got the IROX. Them joints really look like the IROC rims. That's where this is more like the... I don't even know how you say it. How would you put it? They're kind of like IROX, but not 100%. But get yourself these modern day classic rims. They look like IROX. Wait. Okay, I'm about to say those are the IROX. No, they're not. No, they're not. They're close. They're close. Next up, we got the Sovereign. You know what I'm saying? This is like a... Definitely like a Cadillac. Actually, not even like a Cadillac. This is pretty freaking Cadillac. You know what I'm saying? Now, this used to be more of a tannish color, but I decided to make it more of a darker shiny. I mean, it still is fairly tan, but it's more dark and shiny now. So, with the cheese wheels, of course, like I said, you're gonna see a lot of gold. This is 100%. That is the most Cadillac front end. The whole car is a freaking Cadillac. I forget which one. I used to see these all the time back when I was in middle school, around the time when this game dropped. What was that, 2011? I was in... What grade was I in? I think I was in 8th. Yeah, I think I was in 8th grade. So, used to see these Cadillacs everywhere. So, of course, it was in a 2011 title. It was more likely like a 09 to 2012 type Cadillac. Very good looking car. Very good looking car. This is one of those cars where it's not like you gravitate to it because it's all the game got. No, this is one of them joints where, no, this is a genuinely nice car right here. Old retro Cadillac, baby. Or mid-year Cadillac, not retro. Old mid-year Cadillac. Beautiful. Next up, we got the Churchill. This is the freaking green and gold joint right here. This thing, purdy. You know what I'm saying? Let's pull this thing out. Big old Lincoln. Big old Lincoln whip. Ay, ay, ay. This is one big, fat, blocky freaking car. The real Lincoln wasn't even this big and blocky. It's a lot wider though. This thing's not the widest thing ever. It's just really tall. A lot taller than most American luxury cars were back in the day. The freaking cheese on that joint. The green. Come on, man. This could be Grove Street right here if this was GTA. You know what I'm saying? This remaster, the graphics on these remasters is just too good. It's just too good. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. It's just too damn good. I don't even play regular Saints Row no more. When this remastered came out, oops. When this remastered came out, I'm like, well, may as well uninstall regular. There won't be a purpose to play it anymore. As the graphics on this were absolutely superb. And you know what the crazy thing is? When this was first dropping, I'm like, they're gonna release a master just to see what they could do with graphics, and then they're gonna apply it to their next game. I was right, was I not? Their next game's graphics is stupid. Got ourselves another Un Fuego, but this is a non-gang variant. So as you can see, they ain't got no red, no star on top. Deep, gorgeous burgundy colored with gold. That is one of my favorite mixes, is burgundy and gold. It's just too freaking perfect of a mix. You thought red and gold was clean. You thought black and gold was clean. Nah, burgundy and gold, baby. With the pink interior. Why did I go for pink interior? I don't know. It looked clean as fuck. Okay, that thing rolling on 24s. Oh man. Old school Bentley whip. Or not, why are you saying old school? I'm so used to older cars like GTA. I call every car old school on accident. This is definitely not old school. This is like mid-year. 2010 or something. That dang paint, man. That burgundy, man. Up next, we got the Raycaster in an absolutely gorgeous blue. With the silver, okay, and the white interior to match. This right here is one of them vehicles I would normally never give a crap about, but because it's in Saints Row, I have owned many of these over the years. Okay, now this lady right here, she is not my original character. Okay, she is fairly old, but my original character back in the 360 days, obviously I don't have that character no more, and then my character I made when this came out for Xbox One, or no, backwards compatibility, and then for PC I created this lady when they dropped remastered on Epic Games. So she doesn't have all the original styles. I would have to go on Xbox One and see all those characters. I would have to go on original Saints Row. I would have to freaking get my 360 out of the garage, hook that thing up, and flick the dang CD case a few times so it can open the fuck up. Pause. That sound kind of wrong. Maybe it didn't. I don't know. It sounded wrong at first, but then it probably wasn't, but it happened. Look. This is 100% one of those cars I only have because of this game. If this was in GTA or anything similar to in GTA, you would not see this in my garage. It isn't a bad looking car, but it ain't my swag. But because it's Saints Row, it is 100% my swag. I've had many of these. Many. Up next, we got the Cosmos. Little JDM whip, you know what I'm saying? Little two-door JDM whip. Kind of look like a S14 a little bit. Mixed with something else. I'm not sure what else. In this deep purple paint. Body kit, black rims, black trim. As you can see, blacked out windows. Everything is blacked out except for the paint job itself, which is a nice deep lovely purple, black interior with a little bit of purple on it. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those designs you can't go wrong. Black and purple, where can you ever go wrong with black and purple? I'm also kind of dumb. I just realized I could easily turn the HUD off to make this a lot cleaner, but I did not think about it. My bad, folks. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Deep purple. Black trim, black windows, black wheels. It's kind of murdered out. Only thing that would make it 100% murdered out is if we had black paint. Next vehicle, we got a regular Justice. Okay. So as you saw by the difference is the red one had red on the bottom half, but it wasn't on the bumper, as where this has brown on the bottom half, but it is on the bumper. This is a normal Justice. You know what I'm saying? Non-game Justice. Similar look, but we got the roof and we got brown instead of red. Man, over the years, I've always heard people say brown on cars is the worst. I'm like, that depends. If it's a candy brown, tripping. That's pretty as fuck, which is exactly what we got on this car. A nice pearly candy brown, which is a little hard to see with the setting sun. Can't really see the shine of it that well. Plus, due to her lack of clothing, I have to be careful in which I navigate the car. It is the sunset doesn't really allow you to see the shimmer. But candy brown, the white on top with the gold trim and the tan interior. Come on, man, you can't go wrong, la dude. You can't go wrong, la dude. Come on, look at that. Like I said, these retro Rolls Royces, these right here, these is my swag. These is 100% my swag. Next up, we got the ASP. This right here comes from a mission. It is not customizable under any degree. Does not have any options. You can't change the color. You can't do nothing. I've tried to do the glitch on it. There's nothing to change. It is an 8-bit tank. This comes from that one mission where you're in the video game world. You gotta kill off the one dude in order to get all the Decker's joints. I ain't gonna say too much, you know what I'm saying, just in case you plan on playing this yourself. And then right after that, we got one of my ultra favorite vehicles in this game, Australian muscle car, in this absolutely gorgeous orange 4-door saloon. Come on, man, on big 26s, street machine. You know what I'm saying? Blower and supercharger sticking out the hood, chrome, the bright orange. Like I said, orange is my third favorite color. Whenever I get an opportunity, you know I'm gonna slap some orange on a whip, especially when it's this bright, this vivid, this clean. This looks like it got so much vitamin C in it that you might get stuck on the toilet, you know what I'm saying, from intaking too much vitamin C, boy. Boy, they had the boo-boos. That's how orange this thing is. You know what I'm saying? Freaking love orange on vehicles. It's one of the best. Hemi orange on the Challengers, the Plymouths, the Chargers. Come on, man. Stop playing. Look at this dang thing. The Plymouth joints, Dodge joints, and whatever else was Mopar. Can you get the fuck out the way? Why are you running in this direction? Don't start with that. I came down here for a reason. Next up, we got the regular Crusader, but in all black. This was a boss item. Not gonna say what and where, how, and who. You know what I'm saying? You'll find out if you decide to play. And then we got the regular Crusader. This is all the regular military Crusader. You see these on the streets all the time during those selection of missions. Okay. Right under that, we got the Luchadors Compensator. Okay, for those who wonder why this truck called the Compensator. Because as you can see, it's freaking massive. Now, that must be a certain thing. That must be a thing around certain demographics, because my entire life growing up and seeing big trucks, I never knew that that was a thing. But then again, my early life, I was around a very specific group of people. Black people. We were living in the hood. And when you saw somebody roll through with a big old truck, people was like, yo, that truck is sick. Not once did you ever hear somebody say, man, that dude's thing must be small driving a truck that big. So, you know, that might be something based around a very specific demographic of people, because I have never heard that growing up. I didn't hear about that till I was probably like 15, 16 years old. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that doesn't make sense, but I'm like, there's a lot of things that people say and do that don't make sense to me. What in the world does a big truck got to do with the size of a man's thing? I don't know. Sometimes you just like big vehicles. You know what I'm saying? This is based off of the Chevy Kodiak. I'm gonna say the 90s, early 90s, or late 90s to... Actually, no, they was using this look for a long time. I think since like the dang 80s. So 80s, all the way up until like the mid 2000s. I believe they were using this look, except they weren't pickup trucks. That car sounded nice, but that was loud as fuck. You know, they weren't, they're not pickup trucks. Anytime you see one of them super duty, medium duty trucks, like a Ford 750, Ford 650, Kodiak joints, the international joints, and it's got a pickup bed, that's custom. These things don't come as pickup trucks. They'd be completely useless as a pickup truck. They're medium duty semis, electrical trucks, so on and so forth. Next up, we got the Luchadors Bulldog, which, as you can obviously see, is based off of an H1 Hummer. One of my favorite vehicles in this game. This thing also gets to have absolutely ridiculous sized wheels, as you can see. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead. This is the first vehicle we can actually hop into the back of. Never mind, it's still too dang tall for this 6 foot tall woman. Somehow she still can't jump back there. I love how games do that, where characters are pretty large and the female characters are absurdly large, but they can't do basic things. Like the Saints Row character, or shoot, GTA character is perfect. The men are like 5'9". And what the fuck? Don't start with the blowing up over here, man. I moved for a reason. Men are like 5'9", the women are like 5'10", yet there's certain things you can't jump over, okay? Last time I checked, 5'9" is average height, so I don't know how he's struggling. And 5'10" is well above average height for a woman, so I don't know how she's struggling. In this game, the men are like 6 foot, the women are 6 foot, they share the same skeleton, yet these niggas can't jump into the back of a fucking Hummer, which she can easily climb up there. But no, that's games for you. I'm about to say that's old games. This game ain't even old. This is 2011. GTA is 2013. Freaking Mafia. That character, he like what, 6'5"? That nigga big as fucking. He still can't jump over certain things. I'm like, really? What the fuck? I'm like, what the fuck was that noise? Oh shoot, that man over there getting ran over. That was a horrible sounding laugh, I know. I'm a little tired, I ain't gonna lie. I've been recording a lot today. That laugh was the laziest laugh in the world. It was so lazy it almost didn't come out. I said, it tried to come out, but it was struggling a little bit. Got it on the white with the chrome. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And lastly, for the Luchadors, we have the Luchador Criminal. Now, like I said, these are what pulls in all the big guys, so that's why every gang uses them. Now, this is probably the most least. No, this is probably the second gaudiest one. Not as gaudy as the red one, but not as low down as the chrome, or not as low tone as the chrome one. But in my opinion, does look better than the red one. That one's so dang gaudy, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Avalanche. Avalanche mixed with a little bit of Escalade. I would say mostly, definitely mostly Avalanche. You feel me? Which was such a weird truck. I don't even know why they made it, but you know, it was a thing. We're still driving them things. It's weird looking trucks. We don't need to see too much. We already saw it 3 times. Next up, we got the Saints Raider. Of course, got mine all customed out. The freaking copper metals, the white plastics, and you know, purple seats. That's normal. This is another one of those vehicles you're not supposed to be able to customize, but I got my ways. You know what I'm saying? Big fat freaking wheels on this thing. Okay, big fat wheels. Got the dang height, the shocks, the hydraulics, everything. Independent suspension, of course, because this is an off-roader. Rear wheel drive. You can't see the motor, but judging by how it sounds, is some kind of freaking 4-stroke. Probably only got like 60 horses, but because this thing probably weighs next to nothing, it moves decently fast. You know how them razors work. Not that heavy. They really don't need that much horsepower. Like 105 on some of those razors is like some of the best. I think they get up to like 140. You know what I'm saying? You get this for doing a last mission. Ain't gonna say what. Next up, we got the Enforcer, which is another stag vehicle. No customs here. can do the customization glitch on it if you want, but the only thing you can change is the rims, which I did not because I don't really see the purpose of changing the black rims on a black and white vehicle, you know, and it's perfect. So, you know, it's much like the purple one, but a lot less custom. And then after that, we got the Jeeper Creeper, you know what I'm saying, with the candy brown paint on some IROC. Yeah, I know, crazy, a Jeep on some GM wheels. It looked good, so I had to do it. Big dumb golds. These are 24s, if I'm not mistaken. All them joints is magnificently large gold trim. This is your 1990s drug dealer whip right here. A little Jeep, although it would be black on some chrome. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful. Coffee, man. Beautiful little Jeep. So I freaking love Jeeps, especially those late 90s, early 2000s joint, the little Wranglers. No, is it with the Wrangler? Or was it the Cherokee? I think it was the Cherokee. The joints was nice. But yeah, there you go. Roof rack, ears, everything clean on them cheese wheels, boy. Next up, we got the Thorogood. I really just tried to make this look like a Dodge Ram, the SRT 10s from back in the day. Remember those trucks? Even though this is 4 cylinders off. I'm like, every time I've gotten one of these, I always try to make it look like a Dodge Ram, which it is kind of based off of that, anyways. Maybe a little bit of Ranger. Well, I would say mostly Dodge Ram, just the most base version of a Dodge Ram. And, you know, why it's got a V6, but you can add. I freaking love those bank trucks, and I don't think I have one. Can you move? I'm recording, sir. What? The fuck out of here, man. Anyways, you know what I'm saying? On them big wheels. You feel me? Viper V10, which is what was in those trucks. It's not in this truck. This is some kind of V6. It says it back here. This V6, which, you know, basically lets you know that this truck is not fast at all. This is not a fast truck. V6 rear-wheel drive, and without all this customization. Basically, what I have here is an American version of a Ricer, where you slap a bunch of crap on a vehicle that's only got like 200 horsepower. And far from fast. It ain't even at least like one of those Buicks that came out of the factory with the superchargers and about 300 something horses, and they were decently fast, and you could easily upgrade them to get like 400 or 500 horsepower, maybe a little bit more. Nah, this ain't even that. This would probably be like the run-of-the-mill V6 with like 190 horses, like 250 or more foot-pounds of torque. No customs whatsoever. Fleet vehicle, straight raw fleet vehicle. You stop coughing in my ear? Why the fuck you come over here just to cough? She made the most realistic sound to getting pushed headfirst into a wood pallet and some filth behind a garbage can. The sound she made, I never heard that before. Oh my goodness. We got the Atrazon. I don't freaking know. Atrazion. I don't know. This thing. Okay. I'm not the biggest fan of supercars, but when it comes to Saints Row, this is the best looking supercar. Like half Lambo, half McLaren. Front looks like McLaren, the other parts look like a Lambo. You go back to the back, it looks like McLaren again. You know what I'm saying? I think it was the Hurricane that was out at the time, and whatever McLaren was out at the time. I don't know, I don't pay too much attention to those two brands. There's only like one McLaren that I like, and that's the 95 P1. And the McLaren the Hurricane, it's a decent looking car, but not my style. When it comes to Lambos, the old schools are much better looking. The Countach, best looking car of all time, baby. Not a best looking car of all time, but one of my favorite supercars, hands down. Number 2. Second favorite supercar. Right after the 1992 Jaguar XJ220. But this right here, you see we got the black, we got the freaking copper, because copper, baby, with the red interior. Had to go with the red interior, you know what I'm saying? It's an expensive supercar. You gotta go extra luxurious looking. You know what I'm saying? So it's a decent looking car. But for terms of Saints Row, it's a good looking car. I don't remember putting that wing on the back. It don't really match very well, but you know, maybe I'll change it. Maybe I won't. Depends. Probably not. I don't care that much. It's a decent looking wing though. It'd be a lot better on an older car though. Next up, we got one of the finest vehicles in this game. One of my favorite wagons in real life, the Dodge Magnum, also known as the Hammer. I just accidentally spoiled the next vehicle. You barely saw it, but it happened. Didn't mean to do that. I scrolled down on accident when I was trying to turn the car. One of my favorite vehicles in real life. One of my favorite modern vehicles. You know what I'm saying? Mid-year to 2008 to 2010 is the frickin' Dodge Magnum. When I was a youngster, that was one of those vehicles I wanted to get my hands on. I was like, yo, I want me a Dodge Magnum. I know that's a very as someone who grew up in a couple of hoods, it's a very hood car to want, but you gotta understand, you know what I'm saying? I saw a lot of them, and it was just such a dang good looking wagon, and it still is to this day. After not even having lived, I ain't lived in the hood, man, since then. I was like 12, so it hasn't changed. That is still such a dang good looking wagon. Is it a 64 Impala wagon? Nah, but is it a good looking wagon? Absolutely. And they captured it pretty freaking well with this thing. I remember the first time I saw this, I'm like, yo, they got the freaking Magnum in this dang game. Now, originally back in the day, my joint was all black and gold, but recently I changed it to a more silverish color, just to make it look a little different, because I had a lot of black and gold vehicles. The frick out the way. Get the... I'm trying to push her away and she got closer. No, you're out of your mind getting in the way. Alright? Oh. If only y'all could hear the goofy sounds they make it. I still got the audio muted because this freaking Stream Deck won't shut up, but, you know, I don't know what to do with this thing. Next up, we got hands down my favorite truck in this game. The freaking Alaskan. Big, heavy duty, old school truck. You know what I'm saying? Almost as wide as the other truck, but far better looking. Okay? Big 1970s looking freaking truck. This thing is a behemoth and a half. It gets to have some absurdly large wheels, as you can see. It is very tall, making this 6-foot character look, oh, she got heels on, so actually making this freaking 6'3" looking character look short. Okay? Makes her look very short, because the truck is just that dang big. Alright. Very wide, very big, got the freaking tow mirrors on the joint. You could give it a dually if you want, and it looks perfectly fine if you do. You know what I'm saying? This is the non-dually one. I don't have the other ones I used to have on those are on the other Saints Rows. You know what I'm saying? So I had two. I had one that looked like this, the black with the candy brown in the middle and the gold everywhere else. And then I had another one that was, I think, blue with chrome, and it was on semi-truck wheels. That joint was beautiful. And it had a bed cap on the back. That thing was beautiful. One of these days I'll get back on here and mess around a lot more. I ain't gonna lie, like I said, the newest Saints Row to me has some of the best gameplay, so I've been playing that a lot. There's a lot of people, oh, this game stinks, in which you would be correct if you were talking about the story. But that gameplay is freaking phenomenal. The graphics, stupid. Next up, we got the Mixmaster. Now, for those who do not know, I always talk about cars, how I'm the king of the classics when it comes about cars. But the truth is, my first love has always, since I was a kid, been full-sized trucks. From medium duty to full duty trucks to big trucks, garbage trucks, buses, don't matter. If it's freaking massive and has a diesel engine, there's a very high chance I'll fall in love with it. The first time I ever got an experience with a big truck was, I think I was like 8. This was back when I was living in Buffalo, New York. Worst place on earth. I don't know about the worst place on earth, but freaking mess, that's for sure. This garbage truck had came down the road. I was sitting on the porch. This not a garbage truck. This fire truck had came down the road, And it was like, hey man, hey little man, you want to get on the truck? I'm like, yeah, I want to get on the truck. What the fuck kind of question is that? So I get up in the truck and I'm like, wow. So this is what it's like to be the true king of the road. Got all these fools and they lifted pickup trucks talking, I'm the king of the road. I'm sorry, sir, but your 5,000-pound truck on stilts is not the king of the road. Alright? That 30,000-pound semi-truck flying through it. You know what I'm saying? Types of power. That's the king of the road. Alright? Not your freaking second-gen Dodge Ram, which is a gorgeous truck, don't get me wrong. Absolutely gorgeous truck, that 1999 Dodge Ram. But I'm sorry. Your 4,000-pound Dodge Ram lifted on some freaking off-road wheels that you don't use. I'm sorry, it's just not the king of the truck. You're not heavy enough to be the king of the road. You're not enough power to be the king of the road. This is the king of the road. You know how heavy a cement truck is? You know how much power is in a cement truck? You know how much, you know how good you have to drive a cement truck to keep that big freaking liquidy cement tank from tipping over? Huh? You gotta be one ridiculous driver. Any old fool can get behind the wheels of a dang lifted She said, oh! The fucking sounds they be making. Get the fuck out of here, man. Alright? This is the king of the road. We got some more trucks. We got another big truck. Now this right here is not normally customizable, but because I'm the king. I just realized there's a bunch of garbage back here. Who the fuck uses a flatbed as a garbage truck? That's the most... Shoot, you wouldn't catch me working behind that dang thing. Forget that. That's horrible. That's a horrible way to use a flatbed as a garbage truck of all things. How about using a garbage truck? Flatbeds are great too. Like I said, I don't care what it is. If it's a big truck, why the fuck is there a dually in the front? The world's skinniest set of dually wheels in the front there. That's skinnier than freaking dually wheels back in the 1920s. They didn't do dualies in the 20s. That wasn't a thing till like the 30s. Well, yo, I just love trucks, man. Trucks, dude. Alright. Trucks, man. And this is one of the few games that lets you take trucks off the road and actually customize them. Not very many games allow you to do that. Not very many games at all. Okay? This is one of the few. And of course, I had to take advantage of that and grab every truck I possibly could. Next up, we have probably my oddest vehicle in the garage. A freaking souped up minivan. Now, I don't have a problem with minivans. Specifically, 90s minivans. 90s minivans, the Wedge, the GMC joint, the Safari, slash, whatever, the Chevy Astro. Okay? 90s minivans are great. And though this isn't a 90s minivan, it is an early 2000s minivan, which, in my opinion, are fair, decent looking vehicles. You ever see that video of that guy who freaking souped his dang minivan up so much that thing had 1,000 horses in a minivan? Oh my goodness. This is definitely not that. All you get in this game is nitrous and a torque upgrade, which essentially means, let's say you got 100 horsepower in your vehicle and 200 foot-pounds of torque. I know those are some odd numbers. It's like the weakest diesel in the world. As in a dang little bitty old pickup truck. You just upgrade the torque. You'll upgrade the quickness of the vehicle, but not the top speed of the vehicle. Like off the line, it'll be nasty as fuck because you'll take the vehicle from 100 horses, 200 foot-pounds of torque to like 100 horses, 400 foot-pounds of torque. Problem is, in order to pull numbers like that, you get less RPMs, which these vehicles do not have. If you never paid attention, hop on Saints Row, specifically 3, and when you're driving your vehicle at full speed, just listen to the RPMs, and you'll realize the reason why vehicles in Saints Row feel so freaking slow is because they don't got no dang RPMs. These things got the freaking RPMs of a diesel engine. They all cap out at like 4,000. Like, what the fuck? And that because the nitrous barely actually does anything. That's why all vehicles in this game feel kind of dang slow. Next up, we got the Peacemaker. Okay, this is the cop car, which is a 4-door GTR. It took me a very long time to realize that, much like the Dodge Charger from earlier. It took a very long time for me to realize, oh shoot, this is a dang GTR. Now, I've never been the biggest fan of the modern GTRs. As you can see, they got all the cop stuff inside, you know. Cop monitor on the center console. They actually added all the little cop stuff in there. But you know, GTRs, they're not, you know what I'm saying, these newer ones, they're not bad looking cars, but they're far from my style. You know what I'm saying? Even if I had the money, I still would not ever look to be purchasing a GTR. I would drive somebody else's just to see how quick it is, because I hear they're very quick and powerful cars. You know what I'm saying? Like 600 horses on an all-wheel drive, that's going to be pretty freaking quick. But, in my personal opinion, they're just not that good looking of cars. However, in Saints Row, this is a great looking car. It's a freaking GTR. In GTA, not so much. Back into the big trucks. Like I say, I just love big trucks, man. Look at that full 26 footer right here. They got the full 26 footer. Now, if you're probably like, what the fuck is a 26 footer? That's how long the truck is. They list moving trucks by their size. So if somebody's like, in order to move this and that for the warehouse, we're gonna need a 26 footer. And you know, when you pull up to the lot, U-Haul, Penske, whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying, you pull up to the lot and they're like, and you just say like, I need a 26 footer. They'll give you the biggest truck they got. Now, not all of them are 26 feet. Some might be 25, some might be 24, but they'll know what you're talking about. Like, yo, I need the big dog. Bring me the 26 footer, baby. I'll pull up full-sized moving truck. That's what this big boy is right here. You know what I'm saying? I had to keep the freaking the boxy nose on it too. Gives it more of an old school look. Y'all know me, man. King of Classics, baby. The first time I played this game and I learned that you could actually customize trucks, I'm like, wow. No freaking game ever lets you customize trucks. Like, come on, man. Why we can't customize the trucks, dog? Oh no. Never paid that attention. Next up, we got a full-scale semi-truck, the Peterliner, based on the Peterbilt, of course. Okay. Copper and white. Why? Because why not? Why not? Come on, man. Look at this thing. I freaking love the way the trucks sound in this game, too. They all sound so dang healthy. Like somebody who actually takes care of their vehicle and crap. This is also a pretty freaking big truck. But then again, the thing is on 30-inch wheels, which is a fair bit bigger than normal semi-truck wheels, which are like 20 to 24. I think 22, 24 on the big trucks like these. 20 is like medium duty. 18 to 20. Saying big boy truck right here, man. I love trucks, y'all. Trucks, trucks, and trucks. You know, I recently found out too that if you're not carrying a trailer and have a regular license for a semi-truck, because I never paid attention to it, they're under 20,000 pounds. Now, that's not saying they're light. You know what I'm saying? This right here alone would be like freaking 17, 18,000 pounds of vehicle. But if it's something with a less gross weight than 20,000 pounds, if I'm saying that correctly, then you get to move a truck without actually load. You just can't load it. You can't put a trailer on it. Then they'll be like, they gotta check your license. So you just drive a truck as the truck on its own? Come on, man. I need some trucks in real life. Ah, yes, the biggest land vehicle in this game, outside of a tank, of course, the freaking garbage truck. Garbage trucks are otherworldly large, okay? A lot of people don't realize how big garbage trucks really are. I don't know how. Literally got a gargantuan steel box on the back. Garbage trucks are heavy. They gotta be. Because you see this container back here is a compressor. You dump the trash in with the joint up there, right? Pick the trash up, and that scoops it to the back. and then that circles to the back. You know how garbage trucks work, and it dumps it into the back. And then this, I think either the back or the front part is a compartment. Then the thing comes out and they start smashing everything. The walls got to be thick as frick inside, or otherwise it'll blow up. You ever see that dang video where the dude's garbage truck blew up? That's because he was shaking the crap out that dang truck. He busted a freaking line. He was moving that truck hard as fuck. I'm like, wow. I've never driven a garbage truck in my life, and I can tell that you're doing that way too freaking hard. And guess what? That dang truck blew the fuck up. At least the back end compartment, like here, where all the hydraulic is. Freaking love garbage trucks, man. They're just massive. They're huge. They're heavy. They're powerful. They're fast. They're not fast, but they're surprisingly quick for a cab over truck that weighs like freaking 50,000 pounds. Dang near unloaded. Next up, we got another Churchill. This is a vehicle I have been making since the first time I played Saints Row, and I saw that they had this Lincoln. For some reason, I just always did a murdered out version with blue underglow. I don't know if you'll be able to see the underglow because it's kind of light right now. Maybe I didn't put it on this, bro. But I don't know why. The interior is black, everything black, blacked out, murdered out, every dang thing. This was what I called my spy car. So at the time, my character, I used to use the sniper a lot, even though I wasn't that good with it. Well, this was her specific vehicle. Just all black, Lincoln, big body joint. Look at that thing. Murdered out. Lights on the back is black. Lights on the front for some reason are not. Well, that's why I probably always put the bar on it. You know what I'm saying? All black. Is here... We already saw that card, so we ain't gotta look too long. We got ourselves another bootlegger, except this one ain't crazy on gargantuan wheels. I kept it mostly old school, like what you would expect of an Australian muscle car. Big fat freaking wheels in the back to handle all that power. Little wheels in the front to keep the weight in the front nice and light. How drag racing is. Okay. Got the extra fancy blower sticking out the hood. Connected to absolutely no superchargers, just a silver block that keeps going down. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's like a connected to a carburetor with no supercharger, you could do it that way. That's how people used to do it back in the day before superchargers really became big. Or if you just didn't have the money for a supercharger, just make it more of a ram air. You would slap a blower on top, no supercharger, but it was connected to the carburetor, which still is a good healthy way to get power out of a good old classic small block or big block V8. You know what I'm saying? Take your car from like 340 horsepower to like 400. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you'll get that much power off of that, but it was a fair amount. It was a good way. People used to do it all the time back in the day. That's what that's all a ram air scoop is. Except you would directly connect it to the engine instead of it being connected to the hood. Air would go directly to the engine. Got it in that absolutely gorgeous yellow. I freaking love yellow on old school cars. That was the one thing about cars back in the day, is they used to come in a lot of crazy colors. Like a Challenger. You know, you could actually get a Challenger back in the day. 426 Hemi, 446 pack, don't matter. Whatever freaking engine you wanted in that thing. And then get it in pink if you wanted. You could get it in plum crazy purple, Hemi orange, there was reds, there was browns, there was tans. Cars had so many colors back in the day. So yellows and bright colors like this always work well because cars just genuinely came from the factory with those colors. They were options back then. Next up, we got one of the best looking classic cars in the game, and that is the big body hearse. Of course, I had to put it in black and gold. What other way could it have possibly been than black and gold? You feel me? Come on, man. On big dumb wheels. I think these are some 26s. Okay. This is also a really small hearse. You know, a lot of these vehicles in these games, they tend not to make them too similar to their real life size, because I guess they would just be too big for the game. But this right here is definitely a Cadillac. Looking at the body, this is a 75 Fleetwood, maybe 76, which were very large very big, very long cars. We're talking 20 feet of luxury. That is 6.6 feet wide. Okay, how much is that in freaking centimeters? That is 230 centimeters in length, so about 20 feet. Or is that 232? Either way, 230 something. I'm gonna just say that way. 230 something inches long, which is about 19 and a half to 20 feet long. Which the car is 20 feet, so yeah, that should be around there. And 6 feet and 6 inches wide, which is like 70 something centimeters. Big freaking car. Big freaking car. So they tend not to give these vehicles their full size, which is why, as you could tell, wheels are clipping. And it does look like a really small Cadillac. It is a Cadillac. It is small. They squeezed it down, much like they do in GTA. Next up, we got a dang taxi. Because it's a Crown Vic, and there was no way in the world I could go through this game without a Crown Vic. That is one of my favorite Ford cars. One of my favorite sedans. Ford Crown Vic is definitely a vehicle I'm going to need in the future. You know what I'm saying? On them 24s, red interior, little hood scoop. Ay. You're probably wondering, how in the world did you get the thing off the top and the livery off the sides? You cannot take the liveries off the side, but you can take the cone off the top. So what you do for the liveries on the side is make the car black. Simple as that. Can't go wrong with a black Crown Vic. Next up, we got the Atlantica. Okay, and that white with the copper trim. I have no clue what this vehicle is supposed to be in real life. Mostly because it is not a good looking vehicle. However, in terms of Saints Row, it is a good looking crossover SUV. Is this a crossover? I don't even know. I don't pay any attention to crossovers. I haven't seen a single one that actually looks good. I'll say it's like an Audi, maybe a little bit of Benz. The white, the copper, it just works. It just works, man. It just works. It's clean. Sits nice and low. Yeah. It is a clean vehicle. I mean, there's not much to say about it. It's a clean little SUV. Kind of reminds me of that. What was it, Rolls Royce? Or no, I think it was a Bentley truck, but a lot smaller. Next up, we got the Vortex, which looks a lot like a Lotus. You know what I'm saying? Black with the freaking copper. This little thing is fast. It ain't Atrazon fast, but it is fast. It's like the third fastest car in the game, maybe. Definitely based off of a Lotus. You can even give it back louvers if you want. That is the exact louvers that the Lotus Elise had. Okay. Lotus, baby. There's a few Lotus cars that I like. Quite a few Lotus cars. The Carlton. The Elise from the 90s. The Elise from the... Shoot, the Esprit V8. There's a lot. It's a lot to name. The Elan, that little tiny car from the 60s, the Elan. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of Lotus cars that are just good looking. The Carlton is one of my favorite though. British muscle, 4-door muscle car, freaking 397 horses. In the 90s, you know how rare that is? To have a car with 300 horsepower in the 90s? Well, then again, I am thinking of America. I'm not thinking of everywhere else. We're the ones who had the gas crisis, I think. Well, I'm surely it was worldwide, but it probably affected others more than it did other certain people. I forgot to show it in the little what's name, so here it is. Ambulance. Now, an ambulance, much like big trucks, I love big vans too. Alright, your E350s, your old school GMC Vendura 3500s, them joints was big as fuck. Your E450s, box vans, step vans, you know, like a big old UPS truck. I freaking love those too. And you know, ambulance, this is the biggest van you can get. You know what I'm saying? It's the biggest van you get your dang hands on. Had to have it. Simple, black and white with chrome, or is that silver? No, that's silver. The silver is the brightest and shiniest, so I always use the silver. Beautiful. an ambulance truck. Although ambulance trucks in this game are slow as fuck. In real life, they're decently fast. I mean, you're trying to get somebody somewhere quick. We got the Angry Tiger. Now, this is not really customizable. It is darker than normal because I tried to make it black, but you can't do much to it, so we're not going to be pulling this thing out. It's freaking ugly. This is a DLC item, so I'd have no choice but to have it here. It is absolutely hideous. We have another DLC vehicle. Doesn't look nearly as bad, but it still looks pretty bad. Can't take that big dumb tail off. Tried to make it all black to make it look clean, but that didn't help much. And then we have the worst of them all. Absolute garbage. We got the Verminator. Okay. I took the freaking mouse thing off the front. Oh shoot, excuse me, off the front and turned it into a regular four-wheeler. Okay. So now it's got a special name, but it looks like a normal bike. You know what I'm saying? Four-wheeler activity. Oh shoot, I forgot that happened. On them big things, okay? Got our ATV on 18s. Is that necessary? Not even a little bit. Is it worth doing? Of course. The off-road wheels. White on gold. Very underrated mix. Most people always go for black and gold. White and gold is real gorgeous. Oh, you got everybody doing the rose gold, which ain't nothing but a slightly lightened and pinkened copper. Copper look better to me. I'm saying rose gold cool, but it ain't even real. And we got the Genki Mobile. This is a car that was in Saints Row 2. They brought it back for Saints Row 3, but as this freaking stupid DLC vehicle. I wish this was just a normal car. Like, how you gonna bring this thing back from freaking Saints Row 2 and make it look stupid, man? I don't even know how to use the dang flamethrowers. I dog it. Oops. Ooh, grenade. Oh, man. I'm on yawning. I haven't used that thing in a hot minute. I don't even remember how to really use it like that. And lastly, another DLC vehicle, the Torbatron. The freaking avalanche with a giant bale strap, or what the heck is those things called? Tornado warning joints? Oh, they're called. And that red with the black. Just red and black, nice and simple. You can't do too much to it, so I didn't, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't trying to push nothing, so I just did, you know what I'm saying, red and black. Bale turned black, it was gold. Trim was gold, but now the trim is black. Body's red. Yeah. There you go, folks. That is it for Saints Row 3. That is every vehicle that my main character here owns. Okay? Every vehicle. Now, I would hop on some other characters because they probably got different cars, but we're not doing that because it's not necessary. They probably don't got that many different cars. She's my main character, so I play her. When I do play Saints Row 3, she's the only one I play. If I'm not mistaken, the only vehicle I'm really missing is a dang... the news vans. Those things are so freaking hard to find, but they have a lot of customization, so I'll be trying to find them, but how long? I'm like, I might have to cheat to get one. Find a dang van spawning cheat code, because those are way too freaking hard to find. Other than that, folks, it's been your boy, Jadon Legendary. If you enjoyed this video, that's good. If you didn't enjoy this video, that's good. Either way, you watched it. What the fuck? If you enjoyed, that's good. If you didn't enjoy, it's good. Either way, you watched it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, notification bell. Share with your people. Join the Legendary Clan. Support the channel. Become legendary. I'm out.